$10 is basically the price of a fancy sandwich these days. Yet, for that same amount, you can buy a critical piece of hardware for your home workshop. It is a simple steel adapter. It acts as the bridge between your machine spindle and your drill chuck. This little hunk of manganese steel is appearing in almost every hobbyist shopping cart right now. It features a flat end designed for easy removal from your equipment. It is versatile enough to fit into your drill press. It fits your benchtop mill. It even fits your lathe tailstock. On the surface, the value seems almost impossible to beat. Some brave souls have even put their precision dial indicators on this thing. They wanted to see if it was junk. To their surprise, the wobble was remarkably low. It actually performed better than some tools that cost 5 times as much. But there is a massive hidden trade-off. You need to consider this before you trust your project to a bargain. The company selling it uses big, flashy words like high accuracy. They use phrases like professional craftsmanship. What they do not give you is a single actual measurement. If you look at a premium brand, they give you a specific number. They tell you the maximum allowable wobble. They back that up with a multi-year warranty. The budget version gives you total silence. You get no technical details. This matters because real precision work requires absolute certainty. You cannot build a high-quality engine on a maybe. You cannot build a delicate mechanical device on a guess. If you are a serious metalworker, you want cold hard specs. You do not want marketing adjectives. There is also the common frustration of the chuck spinning loose. This happens during the heavy cut. It is a nightmare when you are in the middle of a project. People often blame the adapter, but it is actually a two-part handshake. Both the adapter and the chuck have to be machined perfectly. They have to hold on to each other with total friction. If your inexpensive chuck is even slightly off, the best adapter in the world will still drop the tool. This is what shop veterans call a tolerance stack problem. The tiny errors from each individual part add up. Eventually, the whole system fails you. You might be able to find a workaround. You can use a bit of grinding compound. You can manually rub the parts together to create a better fit. But you have to ask yourself a question. Do you really want to spend your limited workshop time fixing a cheap part? If you are mostly drilling into wood, this budget piece is a fantastic bargain. It works for soft plastics too. It saves you plenty of money. You can spend that cash on better drill bits or raw materials. However, if you are turning stainless steel on a lathe, things change. Every thousandth of an inch counts there. You should probably just keep saving your pennies. You usually get exactly what you pay for in the world of machining tools. Sometimes a cheap tool is a hidden gem. It defies all your expectations. Other times it is just a frustrating distraction. It keeps you from finishing your work. It is all about knowing your own needs. Be honest about what you are building. This will save you a lot of headache in the long run. If you just need a functional shop, this little steel bridge might be your best friend. If you need a laboratory, look elsewhere. Every tool has a purpose. You just have to decide if this one matches yours. Focus on the results you need. Don't just focus on the price tag. Your machines will thank you for it later.